What's up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to another video. Happy New Year to everyone. Let's get right to it. More Evo work. Alright, so last time we successfully got the transmission out. It is dark over here. Hang on one jiffy. There we go. We successfully got the transmission out. That'll be getting shipped off here shortly. We got the engine all set up and hanging here and all that kind of jazz, but I think now we need to move on and begin covering the car in plastic, getting that all prepped out. I want to clean up the subframe stuff here, start getting parts off of that to put it onto the new subframe, and lots of other little knickknacks that we got to do to make this car process go a little bit farther. Alright, so I think I'm going to begin with cleaning up this subframe a little bit. I'm going to take it outside, we're going to spray on this stuff. This stuff's amazing for getting off like grease and grime and all that kind of crap. You gotta spray it on there. I think it says let it set for like 10 minutes or so, but let it soak and then spray off with a hose and it should be pretty cleaned up. But I got a feeling there's gonna be some scrubbing going on, but I also am not too worried about getting it super clean because like I said, we have a brand new subframe, we got brand new tie rods, end links, little boots there. Basically the steering rack's the only thing that's like gonna go back on the car. From here we got a brand new high pressure power steering line, all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, we'll get it cleaned up best we can. Nothing like finding just random hardware just on the subframe. If you've been following along, you'll know there's been bolts missing all over this thing from the shop that put it back together, so it's hard to tell what this goes to, but yeah, found a bolt. Okay, so we got the car pretty much all taped up. We got the other side done as well. I want to finish around the door here in the front, but yeah, we got everything taped off, should be good to go. I want to wrap some stuff around the bottom of the car as well to kind of block off what we've done before. So I'll probably put down some plastic on the floor and then wrap that around and then tape it to the floor and the car to kind of like make a barrier. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, but probably we'll end up doing something along those lines. Now I want to work on, so I got these wires over here like all in one bag and able to like move around as I work here. And so I want to do that to this side as well. I want to figure out what I got to do here. I think I'm going to trace, hang on, this is super dark. I think now I'm going to work on trying to get this ACD harness out of here and some of this wiring, just kind of clean it up a little bit, figure out what I got to do to get all these wires like kind of like out of the way. And I just feel like it's that like really slow, tedious work, and so not really fun to watch. So if I come across something here that will help someone or give someone a tip on how to get this ACD wiring out, I will definitely show that. But right now the goal is to trace out these ACD wires and get them out of the harness and figure out where it goes. So yeah. I know this video is probably not the most entertaining video, but we're out here doing the work, we're making progress, and we're doing a lot of things here, so I want to document that and show that, obviously. But yeah, there's just a lot of slow, boring, tedious work right now to get the car ready for the next stage we're doing here as far as the sanding, priming, coating, all that kind of jazz. And so yeah, gotta do what we gotta do. I noticed in the comments that a lot of you guys are also working on your cars, Evos, whatever. So drop a comment down below and let me know where you're at on your project. Are you at the slow, boring, tedious bullshit work part, or are you at the part where you're making doing a lot of fun things and making big strides and getting it done? Let me know. Okay, so I've made zero progress on the ACD wires, but I did get off this huge fuse thing back here, this little bracket. It is super corroded. I'm going to probably take all this stuff off of here and then have that Cerakoted the same burnt bronze as I'm doing the suspension arms and all that kind of stuff, just so it matches a little bit. But yeah, that thing is really, really corroded. So yeah, got that off there. Still moving on, working on towards getting the wires. That was just part of the process, I feel like. These wires gotta go somewhere in there. Come on, focus, you. Anyway, so the wires gotta go somewhere. That little thing was all plugged in there, and then this little black housing thing, that runs across over to here, and then there's more of that black housing, and it runs into the wiring harness here. So these wires gotta go somewhere in there. But where? Okay, y'all, it's been an hour, I guess. I got the plastic piece that held it together there, that little plastic thing. Got all those wires out of there. And these wires for the ACD are intertwined with the other wires, of course. And so I can't just pull them out. I can't just trace them out like I have so far. They're starting to get intertwined, and they're pulling on other wires. And I don't know. I'm gonna go probably to this plastic piece back here and see what, like, if the wires come undone a little bit better. But yeah, this is getting a little hairy, and I'm not a big fan. It might not look like it, but we're making some progress. So the relay thing that I took off earlier, I have found that the front relay on that was the ACD relay, this plug right here. Now, there's a white wire with a red stripe on it that runs into this harness here, and I just ran into that over here. There's a white wire with a red stripe right here. Then this, I read somewhere that it goes straight to the battery or straight to the fusible link, and then I traced it back to here. There's a white wire with a red stripe that goes right into my fusible link box here. So I think I found that wire that goes to the relay for the ACD. So I'm gonna pull that, and then we can go from there. I think we're on the right track here. Okay, so it's been about 2-3 hours maybe. Probably more, actually. But we made a lot of progress. So I traced back out the ground. We got the white wire with the red stripe all the way out. We got the big power wire coming to the plug over here. That goes to the relay as well, but that's all the way out. I just have to get it out of the harness. It's like on the outside of everything, and I'm obviously not going to be using the painter's tape as the finished product. I'm just trying to hold the harness together right now, because if this thing comes apart, that will be a whole new headache. But holding it all together with the painter's tape right now to help me get the wires out of the harness itself. The 5 wires here, they appear to go inside the car, so I'm assuming they either go to the ACD ECU, which I have already taken out. I need to get, which sucks because I just plasticed the whole car up, so I gotta get in the other side, on the passenger side, and see what that plug, what those wires are. If they are the same color, then we're golden. I am actually going to call tonight. It's super late right now, and I think we're at a good stopping point on this, and so I'll cut the video, and when we jump back, we will be out here on the next day and hopefully get all this taken care of. Okay, so it's been a couple days. Let's get back to this wiring. I had a lot more stuff actually planned for this video, but the wiring kind of took over, and that's all I can kind of think about. So here we go. Right, so I forgot that I needed to remove all the plastic that I spent all that time going there. So I went ahead and cut the door out so I could get in that way, because the harness goes into the firewall there. So I gotta trace out where those wires go, but we got the door open now so we can get in here and see what we're doing. Also, this in-cabin air filter is nuts. All right, y'all, it's been about an hour and a half, and I went ahead and cut it out. I don't want to admit defeat, but this thing kind of got me. So I traced the wires back inside to the cabin here, and it comes in. I know where they come in at, but I'm gonna have to remove the dash, I think, to get to that, and I don't want to do that just yet because I already got the plastic on that side. I don't want to take it all off, and all this other stuff's going on right now, and that's just too much of a project to get into right now. But eventually I'm gonna take that dash out, and then we can I kind of cut the wires like right at the firewall. I'm not sure, no, I can't see that, it's too dark, but right at the firewall, so I can pull those through and trace them through once I get the dash off. But for now, I think I'm gonna call that good. I'm actually pretty happy with how much I got out of the car. We got the relay out all the way down through there. These 3 plugs, those won't be in the engine bay area hanging around doing nothing. We took out the ACD computer as well, and there are a lot more wires going to this under the dash than are in this little guy here. And so that got me a little bit nervous and a little bit thinking about it. And so We traced it back to the firewall as I showed you, and even though I know like these are all like coded wires and whatnot, even though I know which ones I was looking for and going for, going into the firewall, it's almost impossible to get them out while the dash is still in there right now. And so I just decided to cut it and get them out of the engine bay and get them out of the way so I can rewrap all this wiring and get it all fixed up again. I'm still waiting on my Tessa tape to show up, so it's not like electrical tape and it gets all sticky and stuff like that. And so we're going to tape up all that wire, take care of that, and then get the harness back together and put everything back, these little plastic shields and all that stuff back on it, and go from there. All right, I got the door all taped up again, but I think I'm gonna end this one off here. This video has been all over the place as it is, and so I think we got a little bit too much stuff going on right now, and we're kind of scattered everywhere. So we got the subframe cleaned this time. We'll do that in its own video, getting all that stuff swapped out and all that kind of jazz. I still need to wrap the engine in plastic, cover that up. Again, not very interesting, but stuff you gotta do. But yeah, we're making progress here. We're doing little things that's gonna add up to bigger things later. In the next video or the next couple videos, we can start sanding on this thing, getting all this under here cleaned up, getting the rust under the car cleaned up, getting it an epoxy primer and some coating and all that kind of jazz, and getting it nice and fresh. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much. As always, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the process, the progress. If you have any questions, drop those down there as well. I'll be glad to help as much as I can, chat, whatever, and I will see you next time. Bye.